So today we are going to do annotations, details, schedules, and tags. It's very, very, very important because what is an architecture drawing without text, dimensions, tags, symbols, legends, schedules, right? All the information, whatever, how much ever detailed drawings I make, how much ever intricate modeling I do, if I'm not able to dimension and text and put the appropriate symbology to the drawings, I'm not able to convey the information to the contractor, to the trades, to anybody who is actually going to build what is there on our site. What is there on our project, they will not be able to build. So this is a very, very important part. And good thing is with Revit, these things, if you have modeled properly, these are one of the easiest things to do. And why so? So if you remember, we did talk about last week, we did talk about parameters. And with parameters, I told you that this is the information that we input in our elements. So be it my walls, be it my floors, be it my furniture, be it my windows, doors, anything that's an actual model or a model element, and we have placed it in our Revit model, we can label it if we have put in a proper, we've put in proper information into it. So let's start with text and dimensions. So here we are with the first model, and this is, okay, so now if we look here, so this is our first model and we have done some dimensions in here. Okay, remind me, did we do rooms in our lessons before?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So you guys know that we can add rooms, and then there is some information from rooms that we can add. So we have added some dimensions, some tags. So this is, if this is a tag, like that's a door tag. These are the room tags. Then that's the dimension. And then these are the section lines. We did talk about section lines, right? That how to create sections. How do we come up to this number? That this section number, this is actually a typical sign convention that we use here in North America, that this is the detail number and this is a sheet number where this is. And Revit is really smart. If I have created a section and I place it on some sheet, it will automatically pick up the detail number and the sheet number from it. So let's say if I go to this section, so why can't I go there? Go to view. So this is the section that's been created. And if I go here and if I go to my sheet number, so 2003. So this is where that, let's see. Oh, 3003, not 2003. So 3003. So this is where my section has been placed. So this is something really smart that we can do with Revit, and that's that it picks up the sheet numbers, and as long as you've created like a nice family that has everything that we need, it will pick up all the information by itself. So let's start with the dimensioning. So let's pick up one of these floor plans. I'm going to pick up second floor. So this is dimensioned a little bit, but to do any kind of annotation, be it dimensioning, be it tags, be it texting, and even stuff like detail lines, we cover annotation tab. Okay, so what we do is, so this is where we would go and do dimensioning. I prefer aligned dimension. And let's say I have to start dimensioning all four corners of this courtyard that we have. So it picks, if when I start with dimension and I pick up an aligned dimension, it's going to ask me from where to where I want to do it. Either it will pick up the wall faces, or it will pick the wall center lines, or it will pick the center of the core, or it will pick the faces of the core. Okay, so let's start with wall faces. So let's say we want to dimension exterior ends of the wall. So it will pick the exterior end of the wall, and it'll also pick this exterior. So it needs a reference. Like you cannot do dimensioning without picking up a reference. Also, you can dimension the entire wall or the entire thing. So what you have to do is you pick up this wall and see, when I pick this up, it has automatically picked up the whole thing from here. So how many of you were expecting that it will pick up just from here to here? Just a show of hands. Okay, and can anybody tell me that why did it pick up the dimensions from here to here?
Because that's a complete wall. So it just picked up the whole wall line.
Yes, so it is picking up. So if you see, the wall is not ending here. The wall, this is one complete wall that starts from here, it goes all the way here. So now I want to do entire wall. So it will pick up. So you see how when you hover over a wall, it will tell you the exact wall it's going to dimension, and it's going to dimension each and every segment of that wall. So you see this. So this segment, this segment, this segment. Okay. Why did it pick this one? Can anybody tell me why did it pick this one? Again, see, when I start from here, you see what I'm doing? I just clicked on one of these floor lines, and that's why it picked that dimension. So you have to be very, very careful what you're picking, because wherever you will click, it will pick up that reference too. Now, similarly, in the linear dimension, dimension, this picks up points. So it will pick up, let's say, for some reason, you do not have the wall face or the core face or anything to pick up, but you want a dimension between 2 points. Then you will pick up the linear dimension. So we click from one point to the other point, and we have to find one of these points. If you cannot find the point, you will have to tab, and if you cannot find the tab, that means there is really no point over there. So there is one point over here. So it will literally pick up any 2 points where there is a joint, but it has to be a real point. It cannot just pick any random point. Let's say I want to pick up here, and then I want to pick up a point here. So now it will give you the dimensions of this. Okay. The next thing is the angular dimension, and this is also very simple. If you wanna give an angle somewhere, you will do the angular dimension. If I had a circle somewhere, it will give me a diameter or a radius. So let's draw a circular wall in here. Yeah, here we go. So we have a circular wall, a circle, and now you can go to annotations and you can pick up the radius or the dimension of. So you see how it annotates, annotates this. So radius will be R and diameter would come with a diameter sign. So this is pretty simple, and I'm pretty sure you guys can figure this out. What is more interesting in here is your elevations and slopes. So remember when we did our, let's go to one of these elevations. So in the project when we did, so right now, this has a flat roof. Now, if at any point I want to give the elevation or the slope, then I will click on this. So let's say this roof right now, let's see what is the slope anywhere. So I will just click on that roof and it will give me the slope. Okay. If it had a slope, okay, let me pick up a project, a sample project. Okay, let's go here. Let's see if we have some project here. Okay, whose project should I open? Who's not here today? Amoldeep is not here. Hunar is not here, and Harkirat's not here. Let's pick up the let's pick up Muskan's. Okay, nobody is judging anybody's model right now, okay? That's my job to do. So let's go to the north elevation. Actually, let's go to east elevation. And let's see if I want to find the slope that Muskan has given to her model. And let's go to annotate and spot slope. So right now it's giving me the spot slope. Now, if I want to change the format, like I can change it, the sign convention of it. I can also put other kinds of slopes into this, that if I don't like the units of it, I can change the units from here. I can change the width factor. We can change the text size. We can do all of that. So we can also provide alternate units. So right now it's rise into foot, but I can also provide degrees in here. So let's say I want this and I apply. So now, right now, this is telling me it's a 2-degree slope, which is not right because this is more than 2 degrees. Or no. Error type. Okay, so unit format is, oh, it's 12 degrees. Why is it saying it's 2 degrees? We'll find out why is it saying it's 12 degrees, but this is what I can see from inside. Now, similarly, we have spot coordinates. So let's say your file has a real-time geolocation, like you have actually mentioned that this is the northing and the easting of your file of the project. So you have real life geo coordinates of your file. You can actually find out that what part of your model has what coordinates. Right now, we didn't do this, so it will give you very random results, but you can find all of that information in here. You can do a spot elevation. So if you click at some point, it will give you the elevation. So whatever you've decided as 0, it will give you the elevation. If you want to see where okay. So let's move it up. Let's move it. Spot elevation. So I click, so it is giving me the point. I mean, I can move it wherever because sometimes you don't have enough space. It can give me the spot elevation. So if this is at some other elevation, this is at some other elevation, it will give me all that information. Next thing is a detail line. So not everything in Revit is worth modeling. Especially, I'll tell you a very funny incident. The first time that I did a project in Revit, it was back in India. I had just learned Revit and I wanted to go all out with it. So what I did was, I did interiors of a house that we were doing at that time. So, I mean, I did not do the whole house. I just created that room in Revit. I did all the interiors. I designed each and every furniture piece in Revit. I did not follow a lot of best practices. In fact, that back then I did not even know what are the best practices. So my one rooms model, it was almost 500 megabytes. And why it was? Because I had used model in place families. The bed that I created, it had a high back, tufted back. So I modeled each and everything. And I was very excited that, see, I did this and I attached materials and everything. But what happened that once I was done with most of my work and I had to render, my computer crashed and I lost all my work. So, and that taught me, and just imagine it was one room. What if I had to do the whole house and each room I had done to that detail? I would have literally blasted my computer. And at that point of time, I did not even have a very powerful computer and I still went ahead and detailed everything. So then I realized that not everything needs to be a 3D model in your drawings. You have to pick up things that just drawing a few lines will give me the detail. So for that, we do detail line. So so remember in our first class, we talked about the model elements, the view specific elements, and the datum elements, remember? So at that time, we did detail lines as the view specific lines. So these are these lines that will be shown only in the model, in the view that we draw it in. So let's say we have an elevation and I want to show some detail. Let's say I want to show some detail. Okay, let's close Muskan's model for now. Okay, north elevation. I will pick up my own project so that let's go to one of these elevations. Okay, so let's say this is the front of the building that we are working on, and we need to do some detail work in here. I want to, let's say there is a mural I want to show in there, right? There's a mural that I want to draw. So what I will do is I will go to annotate, I will go to detail lines. It will give me the option of all the straight lines, rectangles, curves, circles, everything that I want to draw. It will give me the option in here, and then I can draw whatever I have to without affecting rest of my project and creating whatever I want to create. So let's say I create something dumb in here, and I want to offset this detail line, and I want to offset this, and I want to offset 100 mm. Okay, 100 mm is too less. Let's do 500 mm. Yeah, this is good. I'm also going to do the hidden line, and I'm also going to make it coarse. And I'm going to do fillet. And I'm going to make this. So let's say this is the mural I wanted to create. So anything that's view specific I want to create, I can use detail lines. Now, another interesting thing while we are here, if we go to Annotate tab and I want to give a hatch to it, so then I would go with the filled region. So there are two kinds of region. In the filled region, I will fill this up with the pattern. In the masking region, I will mask some, you can see this brick pattern behind. We can actually mask some of this. So let's first look at the filled region. Now what I want to do is I want to pick lines. And I want to select the kind of pattern I want. Right now, I want to go with, let's say, solid black. And yes, so now you will see a solid black hatch in there. You have a few more patterns. You can also download, and you can also do your own pattern. So let's say if this was wood, and I go here and I can see a wood pattern in here. So this might just be like one design that you want to do. It's not an actual model. If it was an actual, like a protruding something on the elevation, and you would want to do it, then you will model it. But because it's just plain line work, it's flat, I would detail it. So this is, and this sometimes also comes handy when, let's say you did this and you want to pass it on to the structural engineer and ask them that, this is a concrete feature I want to give on my front elevation. So this is the dimension, this is how I want. So can you please give me, let's say how thick it should be, or how much protruding it can get, or maybe this is the balcony that I want to do. So you can do a lot of things with your detail line. One more thing where detail lines, they come handy is when you're actually drawing details. So let's come to one of these sections, and I'm going to do hidden line. Now let's say I had a parapet detail to show in here. The smart thing to do, let's say we had a gola in here, we had something else, some other details going in here. What I would do is I would not go and model that. I will just take a detail line and I would make a curve. Let's say I make a I make a curve in here and I'm showing that gola and all of that stuff. I mean, I don't have to model this and make my my Revit model unnecessarily heavy. Okay, let's say maybe for the quantity purpose, I want to model it so that I can know the total parameter of this, and then maybe for some quantities I want to do it, then sure, go ahead and do it. But if it's just for the showing the details, we can get away with the detail line. One more thing while we are here, we will discuss is that how we create a call out. So let's say this is my 1:100 plan, but I want to create a detail at 1:5. Right here, I want to show a detail at 1:5. So what I will do is I will create a call out and I will make it a 1:5 plan call out. So what do? We go to view, we click on call out. We can do a rectangular, like an out of the box call out, just like this, that's shown on the screen. Or we can sketch our own shape. Let's do the rectangle one. So let's say this is the detail I wanted to show. If you guys notice right now, there is no detail number and sheet number on it because we have not placed this view on any sheet. But now I want to do more detailing on this. I do not want to go into modeling the details. So what I can do is go to view, and Revit, if you see, it has created another view. It has given me the elevation, the grid, everything. And then now right now, the scale is 1:50. I can change the scale from here, or I can change the scale from here. So let's say I want to make it to scale 1:5 and apply. So now you see my labeling has adjusted accordingly. Now you can do as much detailing as you want. And when you're issuing it to for the construction, when you're issuing it to the contractor, you can do the labeling, you can do all of that stuff. Now, how do we do labeling? So again, in my Annotate tab, there is text. I click on text. Now it is giving me a few options in here. Text with no leader, with the leader as one segment, with the leader as two segments, and with leader as a curved segment. A leader with a curved segment. And then again, we have an option of leader at left, right, top, bottom, middle. So we can choose all these options. We can choose all the text alignments too. Let's start with this one. So I want a two segment detail. I have this. Now I can start writing top of roof, and then you can also, if you want to detail it out more, that these are the levels. So everything that you do in a roof detail, that these are the layers. If let's say your model right now is not showing, let's see. So this is showing me one layer, but this is not showing me all the details. Now let's see, why am I not able to? Let's go to view and warnings. No, manage and warnings. Inquiry, review, warnings. Yeah, so I want to see why is it not showing me the detailing. Okay, close. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to Annotate and text, and or maybe it was too small for it. Anyways, so let's do this now. So now this is a curved arrow that I want, and top of roof. None of the elements created are shown. You would want to check the visibility settings. Let's see why can we not see it. Does it have a view template? It doesn't. Should not be crop region. Oh, okay. So we had turned on the annotation crop, and annotation crop means that anything that's outside the crop region, it will not show. So this is where we are. We have this arrow and we have this arrow. We can always adjust the size. We by default, we do have a few size, but if you go to edit type, you can always duplicate, rename, and change the font, the text size, the width, the underline italics, all of that you can do. Okay. I mean, if you have already something that's there, you can use that. So anybody has any questions still here? Any questions? Anmol is saying grid. Yes. Can you repeat how we change slope units? Okay, I will show you how we change slope units. Okay. So we will have to open Muskan's model again. Sorry, Muskan, you're being put on spot again. That's okay, right? You don't mind I'm opening up your model in front of your friends.
Yes, it's okay.
Okay, let's go on the north side. See, unfortunately, the data set that I have a flat roof in there, so we couldn't. Anyways, so this is the sloped roof. If we go to Annotate tab, there is a spot elevation. So you pick up the spot where you want to see your spot slope, and then you can really go and select. Now, when I did enter, now if I want, instead of arrow, if I want it to be a triangle, I can do triangle. Okay. The next thing that I would want to do in here is change the units. So I go to edit type. In edit type, if you scroll down at the text, you have units format. So if my units format, it could be degrees in here. It has all the settings that I want, rise by 12 inches or rise by 1 feet, rise by 1000 millimeters, ratio, is to 10 is to 12. We can pick up whatever we want. You can use the rounding. So let's say to two decimal places, and press OK and apply and OK. So now it has your units. So whatever units are you comfortable with, you can change. Okay. Can you please repeat the pick wall dimensions? Okay, Muskan, I will do with that's really far behind. We'll do it towards the end. Okay. Next is, so we did do the okay. So we did the call out, we did the fill region, we did the masking region. So component is like if you really want to create a component on the elevation. So you can see on the detail. So if I click on here, so if there is like a beam that you want to show, let's say there was a beam that you wanted to show in there. So you can place a component right there. So it will show it in the elevation. Okay. Next thing is we did text. Now we will do tags. Let's go back to the floor plans. So I'm on third floor plan right now, and I want to tag the doors. So there are two ways I can do it. One is tag by category. So it will pick up automatically the category. So you see when I hover over the doors, it is picking up the door tag. When I hover over the wall, it's picking up the wall tag. Now, who's gonna tell me that where can I change this information W1? Let's say W1 was not the name I wanted to give. And let's say this door is supposed to be D7 and this wall is supposed to be W3. And then this window, this ventilator is instead of V2, it's V1 or V6. Where do I go and change the information? Interesting. Go to parameters. Okay. So Anmol Kamboj is saying that go to parameters, there you'll get a chart. Okay. Anmol Sheena is saying schedule through parameters. There's an easier way to do it. I don't have to go to schedule. I will click on the wall. I will go to edit type. Now, remember, when I am editing the type, wherever that particular door I have used, I am changing the information for entire door. Okay. So what I will do is I click on that door. You see this type mark? The type mark is the mark which is given, or the name that is given to the whole type of that door. So let's say this was a double leaf door, which was 6 feet in width and 8 feet in height. Let's say that was the D4. So everywhere in my project that I've used that door, it will give me D4. But due to some reasons, instead of D4, I want to make it D7. Apply. So it is saying elements have duplicate type mark values. Now Revit is telling me that I'm going to name this as D7. However, there is another door in the project that already has that type mark. So it is duplicated. What do you want me to do? If I say cancel, it will get me back to the same number. If I say okay, it will accept it. So I will go say D7 because I do not want, I would go to D10 and apply. So because D10 is not repeated anywhere in the project, it has accepted that change. Now I press OK. So see how this has changed the name. Similarly, this wall W1, this is the basic generic wall. Everywhere in this project, I want to rename from W1, I just want to rename it to W10 and apply. And it will do it in the whole project. Everybody good with me till here? Now, this is, okay, so if you see, this is a very small project, and I can individually tag each wall. So let's say each wall I have to tag, each door I have to tag, each window I have to tag. In a smaller project, this is okay. It will not take a lot of time. However, what I want to do is I want to be faster. That's why I'm using Revit. This kind of laborious work I could have even done in CAD. Like I name one door, and everywhere in the project I would just copy and paste. But what Revit does smartly is it tags by category. And tag all. So what it does is it tells you that what do you want me to tag? Let's say I want to tag all the doors in this view. Now, now I want to tag all the doors. I want to tag all the rooms, and I want to tag all walls. I want to do the stair tags. I want to do the window tags, and yeah, that's it. And now I can choose to have a leader, or I can choose not to have a leader. I will choose to have a leader for them. Also, I can choose the length of the leader. Maybe this leader is too big. I can choose the length, and let's say I would make it to 7.5. And I can do a horizontal or the vertical. I will stick with horizontal for now. I can also choose the door tag type or whatever. Like right now I have one type of tag. You can have more tag types. You can design if you get into the Revit family creation, and you can create your own annotation families. You can create the tags that you want. If you don't like the shape of the door tag here, you can always create your own. So for example, this is the 1:4 one, but let's say I just want to give a wall tag 1.5, and I apply. And you see this, it tagged my entire project. I can always Control Z because I did not like the wall tag that I did. I can go back. I can do the door tags. You can also do it one by one. So let's say I want to tag all the doors and all the windows for now. Apply. Apply. Tag all. Door tags and window tags. I want to do the leader. I want to make leader even small. So I would do 4.5 here and apply. And okay. So you see in the entire floor plan, it did tag all the doors and all the windows. Does it make your work a little more easier? So let's say this was a 50-story high-rise residential building, and you had to dimension each floor, and you had to do it one by one, and you do each floor like this. What would make your life easy? Okay, so now moving forward, we did the tags, we did the we did all of the symbols. Okay, we can now also do other kind of tags. We have material tag, we have multi-category tags, we have if there were beams in there, you could annotate beams in there. If I go to multi-category tags, right now we don't have a family in there, but multi-category tag is that it selects it's a specific type of tag, and it will only it is pretty much tagged by category, but it can take up more information than a tag. Did we guys do room tags? We did do rooms, right? Okay. After this, we have the legends and the symbols. So we have some more symbols, like we have north lines, we have center lines, and it's as simple as if you want to put a north arrow somewhere, you just select and you can put the north arrow. So these are all actually the families. So that's a north arrow family that we've put in here. Or we have a center line. So let's say this was my center line of this building, and this is important for some reasons. I can put that tag. There are more symbols like that that we can do, and then that's really advanced Revit, that where we go into family creation and everything. Also, I would suggest you to keep on checking twice a week. I'm putting out the family creation videos due to shortage of time, and because it takes a lot of understanding of Revit before you actually delve into family creation. Please go and watch the YouTube videos that I'm creating for family creation. It will help you a lot to understand why parameters are important, why modeling your project the right way is important, and how the whole family thing works. So this is all about my annotations. So we did text, dimension. Okay, let's do legends. Now I'm going to show you that we can create a lot of legends in our drawings. So now I'm quickly going to show you the floor plans and the sheets that we have created, and this is especially for the training. So we have, this is our BIM-wise sheet that we do, and let's say there was a legend that I wanted to put in here. Let's say I wanted to place a door legend in here. So we've already created a door legend in which we have all the doors that we have created. So basically these doors right now, if you see what we have done here is, this is an actual door, and I have put the direction of the door. So right now I can see the front elevation. Let's say I wanted to see the plan, and I select the plan. It is asking me if I do that, then it will delete the dimension. I said, okay, I'm fine. So now it is giving me that this is this door that I'm doing. Let's do Control Z. Now, how do we create a legend? Right click, new legend. Let's say this time I want to do a wall legend. Now I would want to actually bring in my walls in here. And how will I do it? I will go to my families in here. We'll go here and basic walls. So these are all the types of walls that have been, the families that are there in the project. I might have used it, I might not have used it, but these are all the families that are present in the project. So let's say I'm bringing now this wall, I'm bringing a 12 inches wall, and then a CMU wall. So I'm bringing all the walls that I need. I will bring a metal stud wall in here. Okay. And I brought all the walls that I have, let's say I've used in this project. And now I want, so what it's doing is it's giving me a sample of the walls that I have loaded in. we again have an option of viewing direction. We can do a floor plan or we can do a section. So if I do a section, it will show me all the layers. If I go here and I go section, so now it's automatically vertical. Okay, and now I can detail it as much as I want. Okay, I can write the text and I can detail that this wall has a layer of this, and insulation, all of that, and I can create a legend. Now let's say this legend I want to place on one of my sheets. Actually, that's next lesson, so we will do it next class. That how do we place all this on a sheet? How does this come on a Revit sheet? Again, we have a door. No, not a door schedule. So this is how we would create legends. Similarly, we can create a schedule. So a door schedule, a room schedule. Let's do a room schedule in there. So now I want to create a schedule, and I want to create a room schedule where it will give me the details of that particular room. So I would select rooms, press OK. Now I will select all the properties of that room that I want. So first of all, I will start with the level. Okay, that what level that room is on. I want to start with the name of that room. Then I want to go with number of that room. Then I want to go type of that room. Then I want to go with wall finishes. Then I want to go with the base finish. Then I want to go with the area of that room. And then I want to go, let's say we had two similar types of rooms. Okay, so this is all the information that I want for that room, and press OK. So now if you see, I have, according to my room names, I have some data in here. Okay. Now what I want to do is I want to make a category. So I will go to the fields. I will go to sorting and grouping, and I want to sort it with level, and I want a level as a header. Then I want to sort as name, but I don't want that as header. I just want to sort it in the ascending order. So A's and B's and C's, or maybe number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and press OK. So now I have some rooms that are in the project, but they are not placed on any floor. However, there are some rooms that we have the number. So 101, 102, and what level they are on. So we have all this information. We can also do a sorting and grouping. And I would say, I don't want to itemize. So it will group the similar rooms in a way. Now, the thing is, right now in my project, I don't have any two rooms same. So it's not giving me any option. But if I had, let's say, 2 gym areas and the room number for them was same, or I had 2 prayer rooms and there was the number was same, it would give me all of that information. Now, room type, I can add, let's say this is my public. This is my private. Okay, we can have the room types in there. We can add wall finishes in there. So let's say all the walls were in this room, in an admin office, all the walls were like the finish was Sherman Mills shade 24, right? And the base finish was, let's say, 24 inches by 24 inches ceramic tiles. So we have that information. Now, yes, we will have to input all of this information manually. There is no way that you can just like in Excel, you could have copied it. You cannot do that in Revit. However, there are external plugins and add-ins that you can use, you can try. Most of them are not free. Some of them are free too. There's a company called D-Roots that makes quite a few free plugins that can export and import your stuff from Revit into an Excel sheet and sort your data and do all of that stuff. And that will make your life very easy. So like this is already pretty easy, but it'll make things even better. So you can have all the information in here. So similarly, we had a door schedule in here that I just showed you guys, that we have these types of doors, each floor, the number, how many doors of each type. If I added, let's say this door was $200. And yeah, it's saying that this change will be applied to all the doors of this type. And I said, okay. And then double sliding door was another $250. And I say, okay, so it's adding that information everywhere. Then there's another door and I say, this is $150. And it's adding information wherever it is there in the project. Let's add 300 in here. Okay. So you can add information two ways. Anmol, your mic is not on. Okay, just wait, I'll turn on your mic. Anmol, do you have a question? Anmol Kamboj?
If first you will complete this, then I will ask.
Okay, great. So we have all this information that we can add from the schedule, like you guys guessed earlier, but we can also actually select this. Let's say I want to select this. I want to go highlight in the model. I can go inside the model and see that, oh, this is the door that we were talking about. So this is that lift door that I'm talking about. I can actually go and add information in here too. So either you can go in edit type and add the information, or you can add the information in the schedule. Okay, so let's say I did a cost in here and I said $300 and apply and okay. So now if I go to the door schedule, then you will see that the 300 got added in there. Okay. Yeah, Anmol, you can ask your question now.
Can we just, the presentation of the drawings are all similar in all the drawings. So can we change that? Like we want to change the type of the presentation lines, the sections lines, even the
We
tag.
can do we can do that. Each view, we can have a different presentation style. And that you can change from your properties. Okay, now for doing that, you will actually have to create some view templates. Let's go to the first floor here. Okay, so let's say you want, give me an example that you would want differently on first floor and differently on second floor.
Firstly, I don't want this hexagonal V2 tags and oval shape D1 tags. I just all of them want to be the circular ones. How
Okay,
can I do that?
so for that, you will have to actually create an annotation family for this. Okay. By any chance and more, did you get a chance to look at we released our first family creation video on Thursday. Did you get a chance to look at it?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
So I would highly recommend you do that, because you know what, I will just give a quick overview. It's not part of this curriculum. It's an advanced course. But what happens is, just like we have project templates, similarly we have family templates. So if I want to create a new family, and like you said, no, like I said, the multi-category tag. So what I can do is I can go now. Okay, so I have some. So this is because this is an annotation. I want to create an annotation tag, and let's say you want a multi-cat. Okay, this is metric. Okay, let's do metric. That's fine. A multi-category tag. You open it. And then you create a tag from the scratch. So let's say you want to do a circular tag. So you do the circular tag. Okay, what information you want to put in, you will actually create a label inside. Like, I'm really teaching you one of the advanced things in Revit. And let's say I want it to pick up the type mark. I would say, okay, apply. Now I load this into the project. This is not the perfect ones that we are doing, but let's put it in the annotation project. Now I can actually, you see, this is, like I said, this is not perfect, but this is how I create a tag for. Now this same tag, it's going for anything that you want. It will pick up anything. So you can create a multi-category tag. So at one place it's picking up W10, that wall type, and the other type it's picking up W2, the wall type, and then it's 2, but it's the same circle. Now you will have to do a lot of practice to see that what size fits, and it will take a few more lessons for that. Okay.
Can we also change the grid lines patterns also?
You can do exactly the same way.
Okay.
I would encourage you that take out some time and try to create your own families. There are so many videos on YouTube that you can watch and you can do. As and when I have time, I do create all this stuff and I put it online. I will keep on putting on, and that's why I want to create this, a community where we can, help each other. And you know what? The best thing will be if let's say you are we have one more class left, and after that you are and then there's a test, and then we would be pretty much done. You would not see me every Saturday, but you still have questions. You have my email ID. Some of you also have my phone number, which I would highly recommend. Do not share it without my permission. But if you go to the YouTube channel and you leave a comment in there, so I'm going to show you. So this is the YouTube channel. If you go in there, if I'm going to go and if you go to the discussion and you leave something, I can leave a comment, you can leave a comment. I get to them. I try to answer as much as possible, even on the videos that are exclusively for you guys. So right now this chat, like, let's go to manage videos. just leave your comments because I have this intention of creating. So you know what? Just see this, like the videos that are going to be in line. So we have one on 16th and one is on 19th. It's actually, we did the introduction, then there is a templates video, then we are going to have a family, which is this? What is this? What is this? So this is parameters. So it is like a very thorough tutorial. Although we have picked up an example of a window, but this workflow you can actually apply and create any kind of family you want. And the more you create yourself, more better you will get on in making your own families. For line types, what we do is, if we go to the Manage tab in our additional settings, we have line styles. So right now I have assigned line types to whatever I want. So this is the category and this is the line pattern that I want to follow. And there's a solid line for something. For boundary, I have something. So I have assigned these lines. If you want to customize your project, spend time on it, you will be able to customize everything. And just in case after these next 2 classes, you have any questions, I'll try to answer my email as quickly as possible. Leave your comments on YouTube. It also does help me a little bit because more engagement I get from the viewers, more is it likely that other people who are like you will be able to see that on YouTube. So try to engage on the channel. It does help me a lot. I mean, there is like this is one way that you can give me back, is that if you spread the word about the channel, and this is knowledge that I'm happy to share with all of you, that I'm happy to even get more suggestions that I got stuck on this, so can you show me how to do it? And then that is like a video idea that I can create, and then I put it on channel. So this is all about the schedules, the quantities. What else is left for the day? So we did talk about adding values. We did talk about the tags, modifying schedule views. So we did talk about this, basically modifying schedule views is like the sorting and the grouping thing that we did. So how you can change the view of this, how you can detail it out. We can also filter our results. So let's say I want to filter by level, and let's say just show me all the values that are just level, and that level equals courtyard floor. In fact, let's say I would go to 3rd floor, and okay. So now this is just showing me that particular floor. So let's say you wanted to put a room schedule along with a 3rd floor plan. You can do that.
Can we rename all these taglines like ceiling lines, elevation lines, sections? Can we rename that?
In here, in your line styles?
No, in the project browser. In the project browser,
yeah.
Like sometimes we have only a question mark taglines. Can we rename that?
A question mark? Okay, see, the question mark is there because that annotation is trying to read the information that's not there. Okay, so I know if you were to let me do TG. And let's go to annotate. I really want to see if I have anything in there that has no
It's there in the browser.
stairs, have no tag. Okay, right now it has thickness. It has all the information. Sorry, this is too well made a model. Okay, what we can do is again, now this time I'm going to pick up somebody else's model. Let me pick up because of course you guys don't have all the information. This is because I've made this for the training purposes. This model is pretty nicely made. Raise hand who wants their model to be opened.
There is already a question mark tab in your model also.
In my model?
Yes, go to the project browser.
Yes.
Scroll down.
Yes.
Scroll down a bit, please.
Okay. But this is, oh, you mean you want to rename this? You want to rename this?
Yes.
No, we cannot rename this because it's trying to pick up the information. What is it trying to pick up? Okay, I'll show you what. Look here. This says 2.0 this is presentation view, top of slab, first floor, right? And when I click on this, now the information that it's reading is the drawing type. Okay. Now, if I go and click on this 3D view, there is no drawing type assigned to it. So anything, if there's an information missing in here, then it will not pick that up and it will just put it under the question mark. Okay, if you have not assigned information, then it will go into the question mark. You can, if I right now I assign this as a presentation and apply. So they see it has already gone from here and has gone into the presentation view. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. I thought you were asking some other question that what if we were tagging something and there was a question mark in there, because that's also going to happen. Let me open. Whose model should I open? Nobody's raising hands, man. Okay, then I'm going to use my discretion. Wow, Mr. Computer.
You can open mine. Not a problem.
Okay. Let's go to File and open project. So let's open and Maldives. Let's go to your ground floor and okay, let's see this. Now, if I go and do a tag, by the way, the short form for the tag is TG. So you see this, there's a question mark in there. Why is there a question mark? Because you did not add any information in there. You don't have a type mark that you attached to your project. So either you can select here and make it W1. And then it's saying that it's changing the type parameter and it will affect all the walls. So now when you tag any other wall that you had put in an information, it will tag in. If there was a different kind of wall, it will not. Let's say, like right now, it's tagging that staircase. It's saying that these are 20 risers at 6 inches. Okay, so this is another type of question mark in tagging that you will have to deal with. Okay, using arrays to parametrically duplicate the object. So this is also one of my very favorite things to do in Revit. Adding parametrically adding stuff onto this. So let's go to 4th floor plan, and I want to, okay, first of all, I want to add this. Okay, I don't want it. And the floor, I want to edit type and appearance, absorbance. I don't. Okay. I'm gonna hide this one. Anyways, let's say I had let's insert a component into there. Let's add a chair. So let's say I want to add a chair, and then I want to add a chair. Let's say this was a theater room and I wanted to add chairs at every, these days, like social distancing, I want to add a chair at every 6 feet. So what I want to do is I place my first chair. Now I want to add the chair every 6 feet. So either I can, rely on that dimension, or I can be smart about it and I can array them. So I click on the chair. This is the array command. In array command, what I do is I select the object that I want to array. I will say that, okay, from right now, what I want to do is I want to create a constraint, and I want to make from center to center the distance 2.5 meters. And I want to make 6 chairs and see if 6 chairs can even fit in there. So right now it's 2.5. Okay, right now it has placed 6 chairs. They are in a group. It has activated the dimensions, but what I want to do is I want to adjust the dimension between the two chairs. Edit group. Okay. Oh, no. Component. I added a chair. I will array this now. So from center of this, I'm going to do 2500. And here I'm going to put 6. So move to second. So the second thing that I want to do is 2500. I press enter. So now I have 6 chairs at center to center distance 2500, and of course this chair is outside the building, so what I can do is I can do 5 and the chair is gone. Okay, we can also delete the chairs individually, and this is how we can there are other things. You can place your columns in an array. One thing here, if I have this in a group, then these are different chairs. But let's say for some reason I don't want them to be grouped. Like right now I have the number, like if I make it to 7 and enter, so I have 7. But let's say out of this, I'm putting it back to 5. But what I want to do is I want to delete this chair. I can go and do it here, but then now again, this all is part of that same group. And I want, after copying, I want to treat them individually. What I should do is I can click here and I can ungroup. So now they are no more part of a group, and then these all can be treated differently. Okay. How to make a patio? Anmol, we make a patio just like we make a floor.
Yeah, but then, like when I was trying that exercise, I wanted a railing around it, like just at the edges, and I didn't know how to do it.
So did you try railing here? And you picked up the edges of the floor? Did you do that?
No, okay, I'll do that. Thanks.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks.
No problem.
Similarly, we have to do this for the landing and the steps also while
We
making
can do,
the.
yes, we can edit the line of the railing, and we can do it for the landing, for railing, for anywhere.
Okay. Can we, if we want only just 3 steps, we have to make it like choose the stairs, then we have to make it, or we have to draft it.
No, we cannot draft it. It will not recognize the staircase. It will just make it a view specific thing. If you want
No,
it to be like considered and tagged like a staircase, you have to choose it. And then you have to
like
name your level. So let's say from your ground level or from your exterior grade level to your plinth level, it's 1.5 feet, and there are 3 stairs going. So you have to label each level so that you can one level, you can pick up other level. You know how we did the stairs, you do that and you will make 3 stairs.
but I have made it in a different way because I wasn't able to make those steps like I want while making the plinth area in the project. I wasn't able to make 3 steps. There were only 2 steps I was able to make. So I made them. I drafted them.
Yeah, I saw that.
So can you suggest a more better way to do that?
So what you want is, let's go to the first floor level. Let's say I had this was my plinth level, and then I had some other. I will have to go to one of these elevations. So let's go to the south elevation. So you see how I've made staircase in here? Oh, GS, oh, this is made on the floor. Let's see. Okay, so let's say this is my plinth level and I want to make a staircase here. So what I will do is, let's go to the south level. I have, oh, that's a courtyard level, sorry. So this is my first floor and this is my ground level, and the difference between the both levels is 300 mm, which is 1 feet. So what I will do is I'll go to my ground first level. Okay, I want to do the hidden line and I want to do the fine. Also in my underlay, I want to see my courtyard floor and apply. Oh, I can still not see. But let's say I want to draw a staircase. And now I have to choose my base level, which is my ground level. I have to choose my top level, which will be the first floor, and apply. Okay, now I have to choose the sketch. So either I can sketch or I can do a straight staircase. If you want some nice ornamental design, you can sketch your landings and you can sketch everything, your risers. For now, I will just do this. So now it has picked up. I can go and I can align this staircase right here. So it will move here. I can move my staircase. I can make it more wide if I want. I have an option of making the width to, let's say, 1200. So I can make it as much wide as I want. Now I say yes. And let's look at the 3D view. So I have a staircase and I have a railing attached. And let's say if I do not want a railing, I can just simply delete the railing. Okay.
Okay.
You just have to pick the right levels and it will make the staircase. Any more questions? No questions about today's lecture? Okay, great. So we have just one more topic, which is adding sheets, exporting, creating and plotting. It's very simple stuff. For your final exam, you will have multiple choice that you will have to do it in the class, like during the class, and you will get 1 week's time to do your final assignment. Okay? Any questions? And okay, for next class, whosoever is coming, just for once, I would want all of you to turn on your cameras and we can at least I can see all of you. I know I'm not an early morning person, so I'm at my worst self at 9 o'clock on a Saturday. But it'll be nice if I can actually see you guys and not just hear you. Can we do that next week, please? Okay, great. Okay, guys, hopefully whatever you wish for, whatever you desire for, and whosoever you believe in, you get blessed. Okay? Happy Diwali. Bye.
Same to you.
Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali, guys.